Hey everyone, welcome to this week's live stream. I'm so excited to do this one. Paul, you're already on, which is awesome. It was so awesome to have you there at the live stream last night. So for anyone that may have missed it, me and 5 other awesome content creators got together and we talked about curbing those winter blues. So if you're feeling maybe a little lethargic lately, maybe a little bit depressed, anxious, anything like that, maybe because of winter or maybe just because of what's happening right now in the world, this might be something that you're interested in. I haven't time-stamped it or anything like that yet, but I will. So take a look at that. You'll just find that on the page. YouTube should have processed it by now. And Paul, I'm really, really glad that you liked it. I really want to do more content like that. So I'm planning to do maybe another one in a few weeks. And I hear you, so you want to work on some legs and feet because of all the snow shoveling since we had some snow overnight. Absolutely, we can definitely do that. Jess, morning. You went to bed at 8. That's early. But you know what? Sometimes those early bedtimes are the best. So it's all good. All right, so as usual, I've got some props here, so make sure you get all propped up. So if you've got stuff, grab a blanket, a strap, and a yoga block. If you don't have stuff, grab any blanket you've got at home, something to mimic a strap. It could be a scarf or a belt or something like that, and grab 2 books, or you can use shoe boxes, or you could use pans, whatever you got. Morning, Silvana. I'm so glad you're here and commenting, which is awesome. So for this class, I want you guys to think about just more making this class all about you and what you need. So I'm going to teach this one a little bit different than I have in the past. So I did get some feedback from one of my friends about we've been going a little bit slower because I've got quite a few beginners on, and maybe to just kind of speed it up a little bit, or to, figure out a way to let people go faster or at their own pace. So the first thing I'm going to say is you have full permission to go at whatever pace you want. And so to be able to help with that, what I'm going to do is I am going to mention what the full sort of flow is that we're going to do in advance. So if you're a beginner, you're going to follow me, or if you just want to go at a slower pace, follow me. If you want to speed it up, feel free to go as fast as you want in that flow. You can consider doing 1 or 2 breaths per pose, even half a breath. So you might breathe in one pose, breathe out in the other. So make it about you, make it how you want to experience this class. For music and for sort of the class, what we're going to do is we're going to take about 5 minutes to just get grounded. Then we're going to flow for about 30-ish. Then we're going to go into our lower back. So we're going to spend some time opening up the lower back, about 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to go into Shavasana. And for Paul, I'm definitely going to add in some feet and stuff like that for you. So we'll make sure we get that covered. Fit STEM, awesome. Thanks so much for joining. You were at the live yesterday, so really awesome to see you here this morning. Paul, you love the lights and the outfit, so thanks so much. And Fu, awesome. I'm so glad. Super, you made it. Awesome. So Super actually did a live last night, so I'm very impressed that you made it. He was playing poker. So Super, you got to let us know if you're doing any lives this weekend so that anyone on here can go watch those too. All right, so, and I don't know if you missed what I said, but we're going to be doing 20 minutes of lower back a little bit later in the flow. So we got you. And I think that's pretty much it. So when you're ready, we'll just get started. So I'm going to get my headphones in and we'll get the music playing. So to start, I want you to find any position. So I'm going to press play on the music. So I want you to find any position that just helps you feel grounded. So when we talk about being grounded, you want to feel something that makes you feel rooted. Yeah. Sorry, Dave missed the cue for the music. So he got too excited that Super was on. So find any position. I'm going to recommend going in child's pose, especially if you want to open up the lower back. What you're going to do is take the legs nice and wide, coming down. Now, depending on how your body's feeling, you may want to do a supported child's pose. So feel free to grab a pillow or 2 and just come down just like this. or maybe even having one pillow up here so that you can get the forehead on the ground. Can also pick Shavasana. You can stay in seated if that feels good. I want you to feel something that just helps you to get grounded, where you feel the floor, you feel the earth, you just feel, maybe comfort's not the good word for it, but really grounded. So hanging out here, taking a few breaths on your own first. Just feeling it out, noticing how you're feeling this morning or whatever time of day it is for you. Notice if your mind is starting to go a little wild. Notice if it was a rush somehow to get here this morning. And see if you can just let it all go. Breathing here. Inhale. And let it go. Exhale. Can breathe through your nose, can breathe through your mouth, whatever feels good for you this morning. See if you can get a little bit deeper in whatever posture you're feeling, or whatever posture you're in. As you inhale, see if you can create a little bit more length. As you exhale, see if you can get a little bit deeper. If you're in child's pose, maybe you're going a little bit deeper in the hips. If you're in Shavasana, maybe you're just letting the muscles relax. If you're in seated, maybe you're noticing if your upper body's coming forward or back too much. So just breathe here. Inhale. Let it go. Exhale. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale. And let it go. Last one. Inhale. And let it go. All right. Wherever you are, coming back up, we're going to do some feet stretches first. And what I want you to do is just spread the toes here and just bring your weight back. Now, depending on if you do this or depending on if you are on your feet a lot, this might be way too much. So what I want you to do is just bring the hands forward, bringing the weight forward to take some of that off. Otherwise, coming back, you may even consider bringing the weight all the way back just to help open up the feet here. So just holding here. Just breathing. Going at your own pace. And finally coming out, just tapping the feet. We're going to do one more. What we're going to do is I want you to take one foot over the other and coming back on the feet one more time. So you may need to play with where your feet are going to be. So you may need to kind of figure out where that soft spot's going to be. And then just hanging out here to release that foot. So just breathing here. Noticing what this feels like. Same thing, you can always kind of bring the hands forward if this is too much. Fu, I'm really glad you like the music. Jen, good morning. I'm glad you love the neon sports bra and the blue leggings. I thought I'd go a little different today. All right, coming back out of it, again, just tapping the feet out, and we're gonna go to the other side. So you may notice that one side feels different than the other. Again, feel out with your foot where that right spot is, and just breathing. Letting go of that tension, trying to breathe through it, coming out early if you need to. once we're done here, we're gonna start flowing it out. We're just gonna get right into it. Just breathing. All right, coming out, tapping those feet one more time. And right away, coming into downward dog. So, first flow of the day. So first flow, what we're gonna do is flow with warrior ones. So it's almost like sun salutation A, but with warrior ones. And before we do any warrior one, what I want you to do is bring your knee to your nose and back. So if you wanna go faster, feel free to go do that. Otherwise, if you're with me, let's go a little bit slower. So downward dog, coming to the top of your mat into mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, folding over the legs, grabbing your elbows, hanging out here in your forward fold. Just noticing what this feels like. See if you can ground through the feet. Inhale, back flat, look up. Exhale, stepping or hopping all the way back, chaturanga. If you need to, maybe dropping to the knees here. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Morning, Augie. And rolling over the toes, downward dog. From here, we're gonna go into our warrior ones. So inhale, right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Back up. And stepping, top of the mat. Bring that back foot into our warrior one. See if you can clasp the hands together and have your chest coming a little bit forward. All right, flowing it out, palms to the mat, stepping that foot back. Maybe a three-legged chaturanga if you like. Maybe dropping to the knees here. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Other side. Inhale, leg up. Knee to nose. And back. Stepping that foot, warrior one. And we're gonna do that flow one more time. If you're going a little bit faster, feel free to try and do it 3 times. Palms to the mat. Leg back, three-legged chaturanga maybe, or maybe down to the knees. You choose your option. Cobra or upward dog, downward dog. Let's do it again. Trying to warm up the body here. Right leg lifts, knee to nose. If it doesn't touch the nose, don't worry. Bring it back, just a motion. Right leg to the top, pivot, and just figure out how you get here. If you're a beginner and you're struggling to kind of get your feet here, just do whatever you can to get here. Hey Titus, good morning, happy Saturday. Super, oh my God, this is either a bad oh my God or a good one. So let me know what's going on. Palms up, let's come to our warrior one. Nice bend in the knee here. Try and press into this back leg. This is where you're gonna get your stance. You may need to move the left leg out or move it so that you can actually fit here. So you find your variation. If that doesn't feel good, you can always just do a lunge here instead. All right, flowing it out, palms to the mat, bringing that leg back. You figure out your flow. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. All right, left side, and then we'll continue. Left leg lifts, knee to nose, and back. Figuring out how you're gonna step to the top. Maybe you're just slowly inching that foot. Maybe you're coming to standing first, and then bringing that super all over the place. Let me know if I need to go a little slower, if you need more cues. But honestly, sometimes that's just how it goes when you're learning yoga, because you're learning all the different poses. It can be a little overwhelming. So you find the warrior one for you. Maybe it's a lunge, maybe it's like this. Hips are trying to point towards the top of the mat. Arms up if you can. They can be separated as well. Little back bend. And flowing it again. Hands to the mat. Left leg comes back. Maybe your knees are dropping. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Over the toes, downward dog. Pressing your palms into the mat, hanging out here in your downward dog to catch your breath. If you need to, feel free to take a child's pose. Dropping the knees, hips go back, forehead to the mat. This is a really good posture to do anytime you're feeling a little overwhelmed with the flow, maybe your breath is getting too high, anything like that. Awesome. Yeah, Titus, this mic is for sure the best thing we've bought. I highly recommend it. It's been phenomenal. All right, so leaning back in downward dog, let's go to our next flow. So this one's gonna be a little bit different. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go, I'll do it fast for those who wanna go a little faster first, just to show it, and then we'll go through it a bit slower. So what you're gonna do is, don't do this one with me, feel free to just stay in your downward dog. So what you're gonna do is come into low lunge. From low lunge, you're gonna go into easy twist, bringing the hands back into twist, coming up, bring that knee up. From here, coming back to center into your lunge, warrior 3, and back into warrior 2, and flow it out. So if you're doing it faster, maybe see if you can do that 2 times each side, okay? And if you're with me, let's do it slower. So from here, right leg lifts, finding your way to get that foot to the top of the mat, however you can, dropping that knee, coming into low lunge. Augie, that's it. You do what you can, modify for you, keep breathing, and just go at your own pace. So just breathing here, feeling what this feels like in your low lunge. Dropping the left hand, we're gonna come into easy twist. So left hand's here, see if you can open up here through the chest, and right arm lifts. So just breathing here. From here, we're gonna bring that right hand back into twist. So see if you can twist the body here. Think about, like a towel, like you're wringing it out. Wringing out the insides, detoxing the body, and lifting that back knee if that's available to you. Hanging out here. From here, coming into regular lunge, and warrior 3. So you transitioning, trying to pick that back leg up, straight line from the head to the toes. See if you can flex the toes to help sort of do that bit of a what do you call this? When you're trying to, like an internal rotation. Just breathe. And from here, with control, if you can, coming into warrior 2. Nice wide stance here. Deep bend in the knee. Palms up and breathe. All right, let's flow it out. Palms to the mat. Right leg lifts. Maybe a 3-legged chaturanga, maybe not. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Breathing here. If you need to catch your breath, maybe going into child's pose. Maybe playing here with a pigeon, toe downward dog, with both toes touching. With downward dog, I didn't mention this earlier, but feel free to keep a nice deep bend in your downward dog. You don't need to be in straight legs to get the benefit. You just want to get your hips back. So breathe here. If you're in child's pose, come meet us back in downward dog. And let's do the other side. Left leg lifts. Again, figuring out how you're going to get that foot to the top of the mat. and dropping into low lunge. Thanks, Titus. So just breathing here. Seeing what this feels like. Stacking that knee over the ankle. Try not to go too far over the ankle. Not good for your knee, so just breathe. From here, easy twist. Right hand's coming to the ground. Left hand's coming up. Stacking that right over. So from here, all the way up, one straight line. Feeling that energy. From here, twist. Right hand lifts. If you can, tucking that that back knee. So coming up, strong legs here. Hands to center. Let's go into our warrior three on this side. So putting weight into the left foot here. If this is too much, feel free to just stay in your lunge. You don't have to do the warrior three. So from here, lifting that back foot, straight line from the head to the toes, flexing those toes. See if you can tuck those toes so they're not pointing out. They should be pointing down. Rotating the leg. Breathe. From here, let's go into our warrior two, stepping all the way back with control if you can. Warrior two. So warrior two, hips should be pointing to the upper right corner or the upper corner, whichever side you're doing. Everything should be active here. Both legs are active, both arms are active. Breathe. Hands are gonna come to the mat, let's flow it out. Maybe three-legged chaturanga, maybe not. Maybe knees coming to the floor. You do you. Cobra, over the toes, downward dog. Again, take a rest if you need to. Go into your child's pose, go into your downward dog. As you are doing that, I'm gonna walk you through the next flow. So, again, if you wanna go fast, you go at your own pace, you do you. See if you can do each flow 2 times each side. So, how it's gonna go is, we're gonna go from downward dog, we're gonna jump to the top of the mat. So again, I'm just showing you this right now. From here, coming into your mountain pose, then we're gonna go into eagle. So here, holding here, then stepping back, reversing in here, humble, coming back into warrior two, side angle, back into warrior two, triangle, and then flow it out. Okay, that's the flow. So when you're ready, if you're in downward dog or if you're in child's pose, come meet me in downward dog and let's go. So you go at your own pace. You guys know what the flow is. I'll keep doing the cues so that if you need a bit more help or go a little slower, we can do that. So you're gonna either jump, hop, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up, nice and wide. Inhale, maybe a little back bend here. And breathe, coming into your mountain pose. So just hanging out here in your mountain pose just for a sec. Feeling the air around you, feeling what you feel like. Just breathe. From here, we're gonna go into our eagle pose. So eagle isn't for everybody. You may not be able to go as far, and that's fine. So step one for eagle is you're just gonna come into more of a figure four. So this might be where you stay, and that's totally fine. And depending on your flexibility with your arms, maybe you're just grabbing your shoulders here. That might be where you go, or you may clasp your hands behind your back, or grab your elbows on your back, or if you do want to try the right arms, we're gonna take left arm underneath right. So holding here. If you want to go full eagle legs, legs are going to hug very, very tight, and you're going to see if you can tuck the foot behind the ankle. So you see like that. Woo. So holding here, maybe you're holding here. If you want to take it further, you're going to crunch everything in. See if you can get the knees and the elbows to touch. Breathing in, squeezing it here. From here, right leg's coming back into warrior 2 feet. So nice deep bend in the legs here. Breathing here. From here, we're gonna reverse. So just bringing the arms back. If the arms aren't feeling good, feel free to just do normal arms. Normal arms are gonna be out like this and reverse. So reverse here and humble. Bringing those arms to the inside of the leg, holding here. From here, coming up into your warrior 2. Breathe here. See if you can get a little deeper here in the knee. And we're gonna go into our extended side angle. So just resting left arm on the leg, right arm's coming over. So straight line between the fingers here and the back toes. Breathing here. See if you can open up here through the chest. Breathe. From here, warrior 2. And we're gonna go into triangle. So straightening this foot, see if you can micro bend in the knee if you need to. And bringing that hand on the outside of the foot. Stacking the shoulders, imagine there's a wall behind you. Opening up here through the chest. Maybe grabbing that block to help you here. Breathe here. Last little bit, and then we're gonna flow it out. So from here, coming into warrior 2. And let's flow. Hands coming to the ground. Left leg comes back. 3-legged chaturanga if you need it, or maybe dropping to the knees. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Take child's pose if you need to. We've done one side, so we just need to do the other now. Breathe here. All right, from here, if you're in child's pose, come back to downward dog. Stepping or hopping or walking, top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms down. All right, let's hang out in mountain pose, cool everything down. Use that breath, focus on the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, you guys ready to do eagle on the other side? So again, same options apply. So whatever you did on the first side, just do that on the second side. So crossing left foot over, seeing if you can tuck that foot behind the ankle. You may need to bend the knee to be able to do that. And if you can't do that, you can see I struggle on this side. So you do you. Notice if you have a difference on one side or the other. And then with the arms, left palms coming underneath, or no, other way. Hold on, what do we do? Woo! I'm gonna fall over as I explain this. So left arm's coming under, right. And again, we're gonna squeeze here. Eagle pose. Breathe here. Connect to the breath. If you fall out of it, just laugh. Have fun with it. Don't take yourself too seriously. From here, stepping all the way back into warrior 2 legs. Breathing here. Pelvis is pointing to the top left. Breathe here. From here, coming into reverse, bring the hands back. And bring the hands forward to the inside of the leg, humble warrior. Do what you can. You can always take away the eagle arms or the different arms. Breathe here. From here, taking out the arms, coming into your warrior two. Deep bend in the knee. And we're gonna go to extended side angle. Bringing that elbow to the knee. Straight line from your hand to the toes. Breathing here. Coming back into your warrior two. Straightening that front leg. Maybe getting that block. Maybe hearing the hip crack. Coming into your triangle on this side. Again, imagine you've got a wall behind you, trying to stack the arm right over the other arm. So just breathe here. From here, warrior two. Oops, bend that knee. And let's flow it out. Palms are coming to the mat, bringing that leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Breathe here. Hanging out here in your downward dog. And we're gonna go through the next flow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it a little bit easier. We'll wind it down. We'll do one more flow, and then we're gonna go into our low back. So what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna hop to the top of the mat. You guys hang out in your downward dog while I show you. Right leg's coming all the way back. We're gonna come into a wide-legged forward fold. So bringing the hands onto the waist and just hanging here. We're gonna hang here for 2 counts, so you can do 2 variations. You can even come up in a tripod headstand if you want to, which I'll show after. So hey Erin, howdy, happy Saturday. So for all you in your downward dog, let's go into our wide-legged fold. So stepping, walking, or hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms coming down. Taking that wide fold, right leg's coming all the way out as far as you can. That's comfortable. Palms are gonna come onto the waist and just hanging out here. See if you can get very heavy in the head, very heavy in the upper body. Really ground here through the feet. Breathe here. All right, coming all the way up, we're gonna go second round. This time, I'm gonna give you a couple options, or if you wanna try your tripod headstand, which I'll walk through as well. So maybe you're gonna take your hands behind the back, clasping the shoulders. That's option 1. Coming all the way down. Option 2 is you're gonna put your hands back on the waist, coming down, and maybe grabbing your toes. Maybe you're gonna try and bring your hands all the way to the back. Maybe you're just gonna keep your hands here. You pick a variation that feels good for you, or you can even try tripod headstand. Hands are gonna come onto the ground. Be very careful if you are doing this or if it's the first time you're doing this. Head's coming onto the ground. See if you can get the hips over and bring the legs up. Elbows are tight into the body. And with control, bring the legs down. Staying up as long as you want. So we'll hang out here for a couple more breaths. You choose your variation. Breathe here. Slow everything down. We'll do one more flow. All right, palms are gonna come to the waist, bringing the head all the way up, and stepping that foot top of the mat. Breathing here. From here, arms coming all the way up. Exhale, palms down. Folding here. Inhale, look up. And stepping all the way back, flowing it out. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Hanging out here. All right. So Titus, so the two books here are Tools of Titus, Titans and Tribe of Mentors. They are Tim Ferriss books, but I'm actually just using them here as like blocks because you could use them as blocks like for a home edition. Adrian and Nico is a high level moment. Thanks so much. Super. I think I'm good on this one. Yeah, this is just for those crazy people that need a little bit more. Oh my gosh. Aaron's giving himself a haircut. I can't wait to see what it looks like. All right, so let's go through the next flow. So what we're gonna do is, what are we gonna do? All right, so what we're gonna do is coming into your downward dog. So just stay in your downward dog while I show you this, or if you wanna come to seated. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right leg lifts. We're gonna go to the nose and back. We're gonna go knee to elbow and back. We're gonna come into lunge, holding here. Then we're going to drop the knee, coming back up. We're gonna do that 2 times. From here, we're going to come into our warrior 3 one more time. From warrior 3, standing split, and warrior 2. And flow it out, okay? All right, so if you guys are with me, so if you wanna take that faster, again, you're gonna try and do that whole routine twice, changing up the breaths. Dave does look like a caveman. He's definitely looking like Kevin Exond. What? Yeah. All right, so if you guys are ready, let's do this next flow. So right leg lifts, knee to nose, and back. Right leg to the right elbow, and back. And finally stepping somehow to the top of the mat, coming into your high lunge here. So breathing here. See if you can press with that back foot, really feeling strong here. And we're gonna do 2 taps. So bringing the foot down, back up. One more, down and up. From here, we're gonna go into that warrior 3. So maybe bringing the hands here, or if you wanna play with it, maybe you're actually gonna bring your hands out to the side, or maybe even back, like an airplane. So you play coming into warrior 3 this side, flexing the feet. Breathing here. From here, left hand's coming down and coming into our half split. Left leg lifts. See if you can keep the hips squared while you do this, making it much harder. Breathing here. And finally, with control, if you can, stepping that back leg up, back, coming into the lunge, breathing here, warrior 2. And let's flow it out. Palms coming in the mat, right legs coming back, maybe a 3-legged chaturanga, maybe not. Chaturanga, inhale to upward dog, over the toes, downward dog. Breathing here, catching your breath, maybe coming into your child's pose. We've got one more side, and then we're gonna slow it right down. All right, left leg lifts. Or coming back into your downward dog first if you were in child's pose. And left leg lift. Knee to nose. And back to the elbow. Working on the core here. and back. Lunge, high lunge. Feeling those strong legs. Breathing here. Ready for the taps? Tap, that's 1. Tap, that's 2. Coming into your warrior 3 on this side. Same arms as last time, with control. If you fall out of it, don't worry about it. I just used my couch there to help me, so whatever you need to do. Breathing here. And half split, palms coming to the ground. Right leg lifts. And stepping all the way back into lunge. Warrior 2, really quick. And let's flow it out. Last flow. Palms to the mat. Left leg's coming back. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. All right, everyone coming into a child's pose. Feel free to, again, make this supported. You may even consider taking a pillow or like a towel, blanket, and actually placing it behind, in between the butt and the feet as you come down. This might feel a little bit better for you, so try it out. Can always have the pillow here. The wider your legs are, the more it's gonna come into your lower back. You can also do this with the legs together. So whatever you need to do, find your child's pose, and let's cool the body down. Deep inhales here. Let it go. Exhale. Just breathe. All right. From here, coming onto our backs. So what we're gonna do is we're going to come into our bridge. So if you've got a book or you've got blocks, then I want you to take a relaxed bridge. So we'll put it to the side for a sec. Jess Estrada, so relaxing. Good, I'm glad that you're finding it relaxing. So from here, what we're gonna do is, if you've got that block, maybe you're just gonna place it here underneath the sacrum, underneath that flat part where your lower back is. This will again just help everything kind of relax. Or we can take this a little bit more active if you still have it in you. So if you want to take it active, what we want to do is get the feet pointed to the front of the mat. From here, lifting the back, using those glutes, using those legs, maybe tucking the shoulders here. And just hanging out here. Watching here, if your lower back is very sore, make sure you're not digging into the lower back. We should be using the core, we should be using the glutes here so that you don't feel this in the lower back, but that you do feel a little bit of a release here. Again, great option to just do this more passively. You could even put a pillow underneath, just hanging out here. So we're gonna breathe here, a couple breaths. All right, from here, removing the block, bringing everything down, and I want you to just hug the knees in here. Maybe the knees are gonna come out wide, maybe they're gonna be more to center. I want you to just feel it here. Feel what your body needs, feel what your body feels like, and go from there. Hugging in the knees. See if you can flatten the back here. All right, what we're gonna do is hug in the right knee, left leg's coming out to straight, and see if you can bring that knee almost to the armpit or to the shoulder. Bringing it out to the side, maybe needing to move the belly away a little bit if you need to. Just breathe, creating space as you need to. Just enjoying this time right now. From here, we're gonna come into a twist. So taking the left hand over the right knee, right hand's gonna come out to the side. If you don't have space, maybe cactusing the arm here, and bringing the left knee or the right knee all the way over to the left side. Now you might find that your shoulder's lifting. See if you can bring it down, or maybe grab a pillow or a blanket just to tuck underneath to help that get grounded. So just breathing here, maybe feeling this stretch kind of in the side and the back. Breathing here. Awesome. Hey Rexel, I'm really glad that you liked the session yesterday. Thanks so much for the comment and thanks for listening, especially while you were driving to Sudbury. So just breathing here. Seeing if you can find a little bit more length with every inhale. See if you can create a little bit more space with every exhale. All right, coming back to center. This time we're gonna do a different twist. So I want you to hug in both knees just for a sec, just to reset for a second. Maybe even rocking side to side if that feels good. From here, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna give you two variations depending on your body. You're either going to bring both knees over to the left for one other twist, feel it a little different. Or what you're gonna do is bring one leg over the other, stacking it and twisting like that. They'll both give you a bit of a different sensation, so you pick which one feels good for you. And I want you to, again, just keep that right arm out, maybe cactus it, and maybe even, again, tucking something underneath the shoulder to help get that shoulder down. If you can't get it down, it's fine. Just that motion of bringing the shoulder down. So just breathing here. So just breathing here. See if you can create more space while you're in this twist. Think about your belly breaths. All right, coming back to center. Hugging in the knees again. Just holding here. Noticing what this feels like. See if you can flatten the back on the mat. All right, right leg's coming out straight this time, tucking or hugging in that left knee. See if you can bring that knee to the shoulder. See if you can move that belly out of the way if you need to. Just hugging in that knee as best you can. It can be out, it can be to the middle as well, so you find what feels good for you. Just breathe. All right, from here, left palm's coming out, right palm's coming over the knee, and coming into your twist. So again, from this side, maybe bringing the blanket underneath. It's okay if this knee is not coming to the mat. Just trying to feel a nice twist here. Nice and passive. Pizza Dad Bod, good morning. So just breathing here, maybe again tucking something under the shoulder if that feels good. Just hanging out here in your twist, seeing what this feels like. See if you can take that breath, think about it coming into your back. Breathe into the space in your back. Also notice if one side might be a little different than the other side. All right, coming back to center here, hugging in the knees, both knees. From here, so option to do whichever twist you like. So maybe you're bringing both knees over to the right. Maybe you are taking that leg over the other leg and bringing the knees over to the right. So you pick your twist, just breathing here. Yeah, I want to see pics of Dave with a shaved head. So just breathing here, letting everything calm down. Just breathing into this. All right, coming back up to center, hugging in those knees. Again, letting those knees come wherever is comfortable. Maybe they're coming out to the side a little bit more, maybe to the center. And we're gonna hold here. Then we're gonna come up for seated for a few forward folds, and then we'll go back down onto the mat. So just breathing here, enjoy this. Maybe doing some back circles here. So just creating a little bit of circles with the knees, going in one direction and then the other. Noticing if this maybe feels like a little bit of a massage, a light massage. Oh wow, Augie. I didn't realize you were in the Royal Navy for 20 years. That's amazing. All right. From here, I want you to figure out your way back to seated, maybe just rolling up here. Taking it nice and easy. We've just spent a little bit of time on our backs. Still gonna take it easy. We're just gonna do some forward folds here. So what I want you to do is bring left leg out, right foot is gonna come into the thigh. Now, what we're gonna do is you're gonna grab somewhere on your leg and I want you to open up here through the chest. From here, we are going to just let that arm come over. You should feel this in the side. So just breathing here. You can tuck your elbow into the inner part of your leg. If that's helpful, you can grab your foot. If you're very flexible, maybe you're even gonna grab your toes, but don't sacrifice that for the opening in the chest here. So just breathing here. From here, we're gonna go into gate pose. So coming all the way over, right palm's coming onto the mat. We're gonna roll onto this knee and just bring that arm over to the other side. So just feeling what this feels like, nice little stretch. Maybe even bringing your arm back if you want a little bit of a back bend here, but be very, very careful. Coming down, let's go to the other side. So left foot is coming to the thigh. From here, right palm is coming to the inside maybe, or again, maybe it's even just gonna touch anyway, it doesn't really matter. And bringing that left arm over here, opening up here through the chest. So just breathing here. All right, bye, Erin. We'll join you on Adrian and Nico's channel when this is over. So just breathing here. Breathing into the side here. All right, from here, left arm's coming down to the mat. And again, we're gonna go into gate pose on this side. So just coming onto the knee, onto the shin. Right arm's coming over. Breathing here. Again, maybe opening up here through the chest for a little back bend if that feels good. But again, be very careful here. Just breathe here. All right, coming back to seated. We're gonna make our way into one last forward fold. What we're gonna do is come into cobbler's pose. So if you've got blocks, maybe you're gonna grab your blocks here. Bringing the feet together, taking those blocks, bring them underneath the knees to help support you a little bit. If you're fine without the blocks, that's also fine. I'm gonna give you two variations here. So variation one, you're gonna come in with very straight back. You're going to keep the heels as close to the body as you can. Just breathing here. Augie, I'm really glad that you're liking these stretches. Beautiful, thanks Jessica. Oh my gosh, Jessica. I meant to say Jess and then I was saying Jessica. So just breathing here. Other option is you're gonna bring the feet out a little bit more and you're gonna come into a rounded spine here. This is gonna feel much better on your lower back. So if your goal is to open up the lower back, then maybe choosing this variation. Seeing how far you can get the forehead to the feet. Breathing here. Just letting everything hang out. All right, slowly, let's make our way back to our backs. We're gonna hug in the knees one more time, and then we're gonna go into our Shavasana. So hugging really tight here, maybe squeezing everything together into a little ball, getting ready for our Shavasana, our final pose. From here, bringing those legs as wide as the mat, hands coming out. Maybe bringing the palms onto the mat just to feel a little bit more grounded today. If you want to keep opening up the hips, maybe bringing those blocks back and going into butterfly or cobbler's pose, Shavasana. Or if you've got a wall near you, maybe bringing the legs up against the wall. That can also feel really nice. So just breathing here. Noticing all the spots where your body is touching the mat, touching the floor. See if you can get a little bit heavier there. See if you can let go just a little bit more. Notice your face muscles. Are you clenching your jaw? What about your shoulders? Are they coming up really close to the ears? Continuing to breathe here. And I'm going to say the quote of the week. So the quote of the week is, "We all need to figure out what's right for us because nothing about life is a one-size-fits-all. And such discovery starts with you paying attention to yourself. That's by David Agus. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to try something for yourself. Don't be afraid to listen to what it is you need, even if it's different from what you thought you needed, or different from what friends and family tell you. Trust that you know what's best for you. Trust that you know when something is not working for you, or when it is. Trust yourself and enjoy the process of self-discovery. So just breathing here, taking these last few moments here. Feeling heavy, allowing yourself this time and this space for you. And when you're ready, slowly start waking up the body. Maybe start by wiggling those toes, wiggling those fingers. Coming into a full body stretch, stretching out those arms, stretching out those legs. Maybe nodding the head, maybe giving the body a little shake. When you're ready, turning over to any side, using that arm as a little bit of a pillow, hanging out here in fetal position. And when you're ready, finding any seated position that's comfortable for you. Let's take 3 breaths together to close out the practice. Inhale. Let it go through the mouth. Inhale. Let it go. Last one. Inhale. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank yourself for making some time for yourself. Namaste. I hope you guys enjoyed that session. I hope you guys enjoyed the extended time we spent on slowing everything down and opening up the lower back. I hope that opened up the lower back. So let me know how you guys feel in the comments. Let me know how your lower back feels. And let me know what you guys thought about those flows of us kind of walking through the flow ahead of time and giving more space in case you want to change the pace of the class for you. Rexel, -19, everything's frozen in Sudbury. That is crazy. Old Dude's Wisdom, I'm so glad you joined. Thanks for being here. Jessica, trust and 100%. I'm glad that you enjoyed that quote.
Your next class was asking about the 2 books.
Oh, I talked about them already. Yeah. Yeah. Mom, you're off to shovel the snow. Thanks for joining, Mama. All right, so we'll kind of hang out here, and if you've got any questions, if you've got any comments or anything like that, please let me know. Oh, nice, you were cooking a high-protein flapjack. What's a flapjack, Augie? Yeah, Jessica, you should definitely join sometime soon. That would be amazing. So we'll hang out here. Tomorrow we'll be running our Get Fit with HIIT at 10 a.m. So if you want to check that out, we will be live at 10. It's going to be very high energy. We'll get the body going with a killer playlist. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow. If you haven't already, please like if you like this live. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Feel free to share this with anyone that you think might need it. Subscribe if you haven't. And What else was I going to say? Also, we did do a live yesterday on curbing the winter blues. So if you're feeling a little bit low lately, you may want to check that out. I will be doing some timestamps on that later today. So it'll be a little bit easier to navigate through the hour and a half that we were on for. Hopefully that might be interesting. And yeah, always open to feedback and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys thought about the class and the pace and all those kinds of things. And otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just in case we did miss that, so the 2 books that I have here, I have them here more so just for as like home editions that you can use for blocks. But these 2 are both Tim Ferriss books, if you're a fan of Tim Ferriss. One is Tribe of Mentors and one is Tools of the Titans. I actually haven't read either of them yet, so I can't really speak to whether how good they are, but I have been recommended these books by many, many people. So if you are looking for something new to read, something like that, then that might be interesting. They are pretty big though, so you definitely have to be kind of in the mood to read. But these are also very good for to use as blocks. You know, you can kind of use them here to give you a little bit more lift. Fu, thanks so much for joining. I can't believe you're on after we did such a long session yesterday. So thanks so much for joining and for supporting. Augie, it's what we know as a granola bar. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That sounds really good. Is it the you did a video, I think, on your protein bars. Is it the same thing? And snow forecast overnight, and you have to cycle to work early tomorrow. Gosh. Well, Augie, that's really impressive. So stay safe while you're cycling. I hope you stay warm while you're cycling. And Rexel Bikes, I'm glad you cycle to work, Augie. Keep it up. Nice. Yeah, Augie, maybe you'll like watching Rexel Bikes' channel. He's really active on Instagram as well. And his channel is all about cycling and bikes and stuff like that. And yeah, he's actually a really good friend of ours in real life. And Dave does a lot of his photography and stuff too. All right, awesome. So if you guys are looking for something high energy, you might want to pop over to Adrian and Nico's channel. Those guys are amazing. They always have the most amazing lives. And awesome. Oh, that's super cool, Fu. So thanks for listening while you're working out. Okay, another one. Cool. Well, Augie, you're going to have to do a video on the ones that you're making now. All right, cool. So we'll probably end it here. So I hope everyone has an amazing Saturday. Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. And otherwise, hopefully I'll see you next week. So thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye.